Why God wakes you up at 3 a.m. The divine secret revealed. The night is the gateway to wisdom. For in silence, the soul hears what the world drowns out. Have you ever wondered why you suddenly wake up at 3 a.m., feeling a mysterious presence or a deep stirring within? What if this isn't just a random occurrence, but a divine calling, an invitation from the universe to tune into a higher frequency? In today's video on spiritual wisdom, we'll unveil the hidden meaning behind these early morning awakenings and explore how they can be powerful moments of spiritual transformation. If you've ever experienced this, share your thoughts in the comments. Do you believe there's a deeper reason behind waking up at this sacred hour? Let's dive in and uncover the divine secret together. 1. The power of waking up at night. Have you ever found yourself suddenly awake at 3 in the morning, feeling a deep sense of stillness, yet unable to explain why? You are not alone. Many people across different spiritual traditions have experienced this phenomenon, often questioning its significance. Could it be a mere coincidence, or is there a divine reason behind it? In the quietest hours of the night, when the world is asleep, the spiritual realm becomes more accessible. This sacred moment is often referred to as the hour of the gods, a time when the veil between the physical and the spiritual is at its thinnest. If you've been waking up at this hour, it might not be random. It could be a divine calling. At 3 in the morning, the noise of daily life has completely faded, and the energy of the world is at its most peaceful. This is when the spiritual dimension is most accessible, allowing messages, insights, and divine revelations to flow more easily. Ancient wisdom and modern spiritual practices recognize this hour as a time of deep connection, where prayers and meditations hold immense power. It is believed that during this time, God, the universe, or your higher self is trying to communicate with you. Waking up at this sacred hour is often a sign that your soul is being summoned to deeper spiritual practice. It is in the silence of the early morning that divine messages are delivered with the greatest clarity. Many spiritual seekers use this time for prayer, meditation, or quiet reflection, as it allows them to align with the higher consciousness. If your spirit is restless at 3 a.m., God may be nudging you to seek His presence. In the Bible, Jesus Himself often withdrew to pray during the early hours of the morning, Mark 1:35. This suggests that divine communication is strongest when the world is at its most silent. When you wake up at this hour, take a moment to breathe deeply. Close your eyes and center your thoughts on gratitude and divine wisdom. You might receive insights, solutions to problems, or a newfound sense of peace. Repeatedly waking up at 3 in the morning could also be a sign that you are going through a spiritual awakening or transformation. This is a period when your consciousness is expanding and your spirit is becoming more attuned to divine energies. Many great spiritual figures have spoken of receiving profound revelations in the stillness of the night. This awakening might come in the form of a strong urge to change something in your life, to let go of past burdens, or to step into a new calling. If this resonates with you, embrace the process. God is leading you toward a greater purpose, and this hour is His way of catching your attention. Have you ever woken up at 3 a.m. and felt a deep spiritual presence? If so, share your experience in the comments below so others can learn from it. If not, comment, "I will try," and embrace this sacred hour to connect with divine guidance together. 2. The spiritual meaning of waking up at night. Waking up during these sacred hours is not a coincidence. It is a spiritual awakening, a call from the universe, and a sign that God is trying to reach you. From a scientific perspective, this time aligns with the REM sleep phase, when your brain is at its most active and dreams feel more vivid. But beyond the physical, there is something profoundly spiritual happening. Many ancient teachings and spiritual traditions recognize the early morning hours as a gateway to divine wisdom. It is during this time that the veil between the physical and spiritual worlds is at its thinnest, allowing you to receive messages, insights, and guidance from higher realms. When you wake up unexpectedly at this hour, it could be a sign that God, your spirit guides, or the universe itself is trying to communicate with you. One of the most common reasons people wake up between 1 and 5 a.m. is that their soul is being nudged toward a deeper understanding of their purpose. Perhaps there is something in your life that needs attention, a path you are meant to take, or a message you have been ignoring. The silence of the early morning creates the perfect atmosphere for reflection and divine connection. It is a time of deep introspection when the noise of the world fades away, allowing your inner wisdom to emerge. If you find yourself consistently waking up at this time, take it as an invitation to listen. Instead of feeling frustrated about interrupted sleep, embrace this moment as an opportunity for spiritual growth. Many spiritual texts, including the Bible, speak of the early hours as a time of divine revelation. In Mark 1:35, it is written that Jesus often rose early before dawn to pray. This suggests that the quiet hours before the world awakens are sacred, filled with divine energy that enhances prayer, meditation, and deep contemplation. If you are waking up at this hour, God may be calling you to strengthen your spiritual practice, deepen your faith, or spend time in stillness and gratitude. Additionally, waking up between these hours can be a sign that your vibrational frequency is shifting. When you experience a spiritual awakening, your energy levels become more attuned to higher frequencies, and this can manifest as disruptions in your sleep. Your soul is expanding, and the universe is guiding you toward greater awareness. Pay attention to any thoughts, dreams, or feelings you experience during this time. There may be important messages hidden within them. Keeping a journal by your bedside can help you capture insights that arise in these moments. So, what should you do if you keep waking up at this time? First, resist the urge to reach for your phone or distract yourself. Instead, take a few deep breaths and tune in to your thoughts. Ask yourself, what is my soul trying to tell me? Or, what message is God sending me? If you feel called to pray, meditate, or simply sit in silence, do so with an open heart. Trust that this is not a disturbance, but a divine appointment, one designed to bring you closer to your highest self. In conclusion, waking up between 1 and 5 a.m. is not just a random event. It is a sacred experience. Whether it is a sign of spiritual transformation, divine communication, or a shift in your energy, it is an opportunity to align yourself with a higher purpose. Embrace this moment with gratitude. Listen to the wisdom being revealed, and trust that everything is unfolding exactly as it should. Spiritual awakening happens in many ways, and sometimes it begins with something as simple as opening your eyes in the stillness of the night. Are you ready to unlock the spiritual messages hidden in the night? If so, comment below. I am awake to the signs. to affirm your connection to divine guidance. 3. The meaning of waking up at different hours. Between 1 and 2 a.m., a time of reflection and inner conflict. When you find yourself awake between 1 and 2 in the morning, it is often a sign that your mind is wrestling with deep-seated worries, fears, or unresolved conflicts. This is the hour when your subconscious mind speaks the loudest, bringing suppressed emotions to the surface. It is not a time to ignore what you feel, but rather an opportunity to turn inward. The great philosopher Socrates once said, "The unexamined life is not worth living." This is precisely the hour when you are being invited to examine your life, your thoughts, and your emotions. Use this time for deep self-reflection. Open your heart to God in prayer and ask for clarity. It is in these still moments that your soul whispers the answers you have been searching for. Between 3 and 4 a.m., the hour of spiritual awakening. There is something undeniably mystical about waking up at exactly 3 in the morning. This is not just an ordinary hour. It is often referred to as the divine hour or the hour of spiritual revelation. Many believe that at this time, the veil between the physical and spiritual worlds is at its thinnest, making it the most powerful moment for divine communication. The Bible tells us in Jeremiah 33:3, "Call to me, and I will answer you, and tell you great and unsearchable things you do not know." If you find yourself awake at this hour, God may be calling you to receive divine guidance. This is the perfect time for prayer, meditation, or journaling, as messages from the divine can come in the form of thoughts, visions, or even an overwhelming sense of peace. Waking up at 3 a.m. is not a random occurrence. It is an invitation. It is a sign that your soul is awakening, that you are being aligned with a higher spiritual purpose. Pay attention to your thoughts and feelings at this hour. What is God trying to reveal to you? What insights or breakthroughs are waiting to be discovered? Between 4 and 5 a.m., the hour of renewal and new beginnings. As the night slowly gives way to dawn, the hour between 4 and 5 in the morning carries the energy of renewal. This is the time when the universe urges you to release the past and embrace the new. Buddha once said, "Each morning we are born again. What we do today is what matters most." If you wake up during this time, it is a reminder that every day is a fresh start. This is the perfect hour to set intentions for the day ahead, to visualize the life you desire, and to align your actions with your highest purpose. Instead of turning over and going back to sleep, take a few moments to breathe deeply, express gratitude, and affirm your faith in the journey ahead. This is your moment of spiritual rebirth. Why this matters for your spiritual journey? Waking up in the early hours of the morning is not something to be feared or dismissed. It is something to embrace. Each of these hours holds a unique message, and if you pay attention, you will begin to see patterns in your own life. The next time you wake up in the middle of the night, instead of feeling frustrated or confused, take it as a divine signal. Your spirit is being awakened. God is speaking to you. Embrace these sacred moments with an open heart, and you may just find that the answers you've been searching for are already within you. Unlock the hidden messages behind your nightly awakenings and embrace the deeper meaning they hold. Subscribe to our channel and join a community dedicated to spiritual wisdom and self-discovery. Here, we explore the profound connection between energy, divine guidance, and personal transformation. Remember, Every moment of awakening is a call to realign with your higher purpose. Stay inspired, stay connected, and embrace the journey. 4. Biblical examples of nighttime awakenings. There is a reason why this happens. The early hours of the morning have long been considered a spiritually significant time. In Scripture, we find that God often revealed His will and granted divine strength to His chosen ones during these moments of solitude. Let's explore this profound mystery by looking at 3 powerful biblical events that illustrate why you might be waking up at 3 in the morning and what it means for your spiritual journey. Joseph of Nazareth, divine guidance in the night. Joseph, the earthly father of Jesus, was a man of righteousness and faith. His journey was filled with uncertainty, yet every critical decision he made was guided by God, not through loud proclamations, but through dreams in the stillness of the night. When King Herod sought to destroy the infant Jesus, Joseph received a divine warning in a dream, instructing him to take Mary and the child and flee to Egypt. Another dream later directed him when it was safe to return. These weren't just coincidences. They were divine interventions given to him in the quiet hours when his heart was most open to spiritual wisdom. God often speaks to us when our minds are at rest, away from the noise of the world. Waking up at 3 in the morning might be God's way of preparing you for an important decision or guiding you toward a path you had not yet considered. Pay attention to the thoughts and impressions that come to you during this time. They could be messages, just as they were for Joseph. Jesus in Gethsemane, a sacred hour of strength. On the night before his crucifixion, Jesus withdrew to the Garden of Gethsemane to pray. It was during these dark, early hours that he faced his greatest spiritual battle. In deep agony, he prayed, seeking strength for what was to come. He knew the weight of his mission, yet in the silence of that moment, he surrendered completely to God's will. This illustrates an important truth. Sometimes, when you wake up at 3 in the morning, it is not to receive an answer, but to build spiritual strength. The early hours are a sacred time when the soul is purified, when prayers are most powerful, and when divine presence is felt deeply. If you find yourself awake at this time, consider it an invitation to pray to align your spirit with God's purpose and seek the strength you need for the challenges ahead. The resurrection of Jesus, a new dawn of transformation. The resurrection of Jesus took place at dawn, a moment when darkness gives way to light, symbolizing new beginnings, hope, and transformation. After the silence of the night, the morning brought the ultimate victory, conquering death and ushering in a new era of faith. Waking up in the early hours of the morning may be a sign that God is calling you toward renewal. It could be a reminder that something in your life is shifting, that you are being prepared for a new chapter. Perhaps there is an old mindset, habit, or fear that needs to be left behind so that you can step into a greater purpose. Just as Jesus rose to bring new life to the world, you too are being called to embrace a spiritual awakening. Do you believe that God speaks and moves powerfully in the night? If you do, declare it boldly in the comments. God awakens me with His divine purpose. 5. How to embrace this awakening. Use the moment for prayer. When you wake up at 3 a.m., the best thing you can do is turn to prayer. This is an opportunity to align yourself with divine energy and seek spiritual clarity. Reciting the Lord's Prayer or Psalm 23 can bring a sense of peace and connection, reminding you that God is always watching over you. These sacred words hold power, offering reassurance that no matter what you're going through, you are never alone. Prayer at this hour is especially potent because it is a time of stillness free from the distractions of the day, allowing you to truly hear God's voice in your heart. Seek clarity and guidance. Waking up at this hour can also be a sign that your soul is seeking answers. Pay close attention to your thoughts, emotions, and any dreams you may have had. Keep a journal by your bedside and write down anything that comes to mind. Often, messages from the divine are subtle, revealed through dreams, sudden insights, or an unshakable feeling in your heart. If something has been weighing on you, use this quiet moment to reflect, ask for guidance, and set clear intentions for your spiritual journey. When you become aware of these signs, you can navigate life with greater wisdom and confidence, knowing that God is leading you in the right direction. Trust in divine timing. Nothing in life happens by accident, and your early morning awakenings are no exception. God's timing is always perfect, even when we don't fully understand it. If you continuously wake up at 3 a.m., it may be a call to deepen your faith, embrace a new path, or let go of something that no longer serves you. Rather than resisting, surrender to the process and trust that everything is unfolding exactly as it should. Sometimes, God speaks to us in whispers, nudging us to pay attention. If you find yourself awake at this sacred hour, ask yourself, what is God trying to reveal to me? What changes am I being called to make? Embracing the spiritual awakening. Waking up at 3 a.m. is not something to fear. It's a divine invitation. It's a sign that you are spiritually awakening, stepping into a deeper level of awareness. Use this time to pray, reflect, and listen to the messages being sent to you. When you align yourself with this divine energy, you will find clarity, peace, and a renewed sense of purpose. Remember, God works in mysterious ways, and sometimes the most profound revelations come to us in the stillness of the night. Trust in the process, embrace the journey, and allow yourself to receive the wisdom that is meant for you. Now, close your eyes, take a deep breath, and center yourself in this moment. Open your heart to God's presence and divine guidance. Repeat with me, Our Father in heaven, hallowed be your name. Or recite Psalm 23, allowing its words to fill your soul with peace. Trust that this awakening is a sacred invitation. God is revealing something profound to you. Write down your thoughts, seek His wisdom, and embrace this journey with faith. 6. The role of melatonin. Many spiritual traditions and ancient wisdom teachings suggest that waking up at 3 in the morning is not just a random occurrence, but a divine invitation. It is believed to be a sacred time when the veil between the physical and spiritual realms is at its thinnest, allowing for profound spiritual connections, divine messages, and even moments of awakening. From a biological perspective, your body's sleep cycle follows a rhythm influenced by the hormone melatonin, which regulates rest and wakefulness. Between 3 and 5 in the morning, melatonin levels naturally begin to drop, making it easier for you to wake up. But while science explains the mechanics, the spiritual significance of this moment runs much deeper. When your body shifts into this transitional state, your mind moves between the dream world and wakefulness. This is the perfect time to recall messages from your dreams, clues, symbols, and even divine guidance that might have been given to you while you slept. It is also a period when your mind is calm, free from the distractions of the day, allowing for a clearer reception of spiritual insights. In many spiritual traditions, 3 in the morning is known as the hour of God, or the spiritual awakening hour. It is during this time that divine energies are heightened, and your soul is more receptive to messages from the universe. Some believe that God, your higher self, or your guardian angels are calling you to listen, to pray, or to meditate. The Bible itself speaks of this sacred time. In Mark 1:35, it is written, "Very early in the morning, while it was still dark, Jesus got up, left the house, and went off to a solitary place where he prayed." Great spiritual leaders, mystics, and sages throughout history have known the power of rising before dawn to connect with divine wisdom. It is a time of deep stillness where the world is quiet and your heart can truly hear what God is trying to tell you. If you find yourself repeatedly waking up at 3 in the morning, consider it an invitation to reflect on your spiritual journey. Ask yourself, is there something in my life that requires my attention? Am I being called to seek deeper wisdom? Is God or the universe trying to reveal something to me? This hour is a gateway to profound spiritual insight. It is a time to pray, meditate, or simply sit in silence and listen. You might receive a divine nudge, an idea, or a strong sense of knowing that guides you toward your true path. When you wake up at this hour, use it as an opportunity to connect with the divine. Say a prayer, express gratitude, or ask for guidance. The spiritual realm is always listening, and in these quiet moments, you are more aligned with the answers you seek. Rumi, the great Sufi poet, once said, "The morning breeze has secrets to tell you. Do not go back to sleep." Perhaps waking up at this time is not an interruption, but an invitation to embrace a higher consciousness, to seek wisdom, and to step into your divine purpose. Comment below, "I am aligned with divine wisdom," if you embrace the power of melatonin in deepening your spiritual connection. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insights on energy and transformation. 7. Next steps. Understanding dreams. Dreams have always been a powerful way for God to communicate with his people. Throughout the Bible, we see examples of prophetic dreams guiding, warning, and revealing divine plans. Joseph interpreted Pharaoh's dreams, which ultimately saved Egypt from famine. Daniel received visions that unveiled the future. These dreams were not ordinary. They carried spiritual wisdom and divine instruction. If you find yourself waking up at 3 a.m., take a moment to recall any dreams you might have had. Often, God uses dreams to reveal truths, answer prayers, or guide us through challenges. However, understanding these messages requires spiritual discernment. Dreams are filled with symbols, metaphors, and hidden meanings, which is why learning to interpret them is crucial. Interpreting dreams is not about assigning random meanings to symbols. It is about seeking divine insight. Here are some steps to help you decode your dreams. Pray for guidance. Before you go to bed, ask God to reveal his message through your dreams and to give you clarity upon waking. Keep a dream journal. Write down your dreams as soon as you wake up. Pay attention to recurring symbols, emotions, and colors. Seek biblical confirmation. Many dream symbols have roots in Scripture. For example, water often represents purification or the Holy Spirit, while mountains can symbolize divine encounters. Watch for patterns. Sometimes, God repeats messages through multiple dreams or through confirmations in daily life. Pay attention to what He is trying to reveal. Prophetic dreams are not just for biblical figures. They are a gift that God still uses today. These dreams may warn you of upcoming challenges, reveal hidden truths, or provide reassurance in times of uncertainty. If you have ever had a dream that felt intensely real, left a lasting impression, or seemed to carry a divine message, you might have received a prophetic dream. To understand these dreams better, watching teachings on prophetic dreams can be incredibly valuable. Such videos can help decode dream symbols, biblical references, and spiritual insights that you might not recognize on your own. Learning from experienced spiritual guides can deepen your understanding and help you discern God's voice more clearly. If you consistently wake up at 3 a.m., do not ignore it. Take this as a divine prompting to grow in your faith and deepen your spiritual awareness. Instead of trying to go back to sleep, take a few moments to pray, meditate on Scripture, and reflect on your dreams. God may be waiting to reveal something profound to you. Incorporating spiritual wisdom into your daily life can help you connect the dots between your dreams and waking reality. Recognizing the signs, interpreting the messages, and acting upon them will transform your spiritual journey. To deepen your understanding of divine messages and dreams, take the next step. Comment below. I seek wisdom to affirm your commitment to interpreting your dreams and uncovering deeper insights. And don't stop here. Watch the recommended video on prophetic dreams to decode symbols and divine revelations. As we've explored today, waking up at 3 a.m. is no coincidence. It's a divine call, a sacred moment where God reaches out to you. Whether it's for prayer, guidance, or spiritual awakening, this time holds a profound purpose in your journey. Instead of fearing it, embrace it. Listen to the whispers of the divine and trust that you are being led towards something greater. If this message resonated with you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Spiritual Wisdom. And be sure to turn on notifications so you never miss our upcoming videos filled with insights to guide your spiritual transformation. Thank you for watching, and may your journey be filled with divine wisdom and blessings. See you in the next video. The spiritual meaning of constantly thinking about someone. The universe is not outside of you. Look inside yourself. Everything that you want, you already are. Rumi. Have you ever found yourself thinking about someone over and over again, as if their presence lingers in your mind for a reason beyond logic? What if these thoughts aren't just random? What if they carry a deeper spiritual meaning, revealing something profound about your soul's journey? In today's video, we'll uncover the hidden messages behind this experience and explore the powerful spiritual connections that might be at play. By the end, you may see these thoughts in an entirely new light that can guide you toward greater self-awareness and transformation. Do you believe that our thoughts can be influenced by unseen energies? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear your perspective. Now, let's dive in. 1. The mysterious connection. There are moments in life when someone unexpectedly takes up residence in your thoughts, lingering there even when you have no logical reason to dwell on them. Perhaps they are not part of your daily routine, nor someone you interact with frequently, yet their presence in your mind feels constant, almost inescapable. This is not mere coincidence or the product of idle thinking. It holds a much deeper spiritual significance. The human mind operates on both a conscious and subconscious level, but there is another, often overlooked, dimension at play in the spiritual realm. When a person repeatedly comes to mind, it could be the universe whispering, trying to draw your attention towards something meaningful. In the vast, unseen web of energy that connects all living beings, thoughts are not random, but rather signals, carrying messages that may be rooted in past connections, present lessons, or even future encounters. Spiritual awakening often begins with these small yet powerful nudges, urging us to pay closer attention to the patterns unfolding in our lives. In a world driven by logic and tangible results, it's easy to dismiss such experiences as mere mental noise. Yet spiritual wisdom teaches us that everything happens for a reason. Every thought carries an energy, and when you continuously think about someone, it might indicate a profound energetic link between you and them. This connection could stem from unresolved emotions, a karmic bond, or even an unfulfilled purpose meant to be realized. Many spiritual traditions believe that souls communicate beyond the physical plane, engaging in a silent dialogue that transcends spoken words. Have you ever noticed how sometimes, just as you're thinking about someone, they reach out, or you cross paths unexpectedly? This is not just chance, it is the law of attraction in motion, aligning circumstances to bring deeper truths to the surface. By recognizing this, you step into a higher level of self-awareness, learning to trust the spiritual messages being sent your way. When these thoughts persist, rather than brushing them aside, take a moment to reflect. Ask yourself, what emotions arise when I think of this person? Do I feel peace, longing, nostalgia, or even discomfort? Each feeling is a clue, revealing insights about your spiritual journey. Sometimes, the universe uses such connections to guide you toward healing. Perhaps there is an old wound that needs closure, a lesson waiting to be learned, or an opportunity to reconnect in a way that fosters growth. In modern life, where distractions are endless and introspection is often neglected, paying attention to such spiritual signals can be transformative. This could be a call to forgive, to reach out, or to simply acknowledge the impact someone has had on your journey. It's not about clinging to the past, but rather about understanding the significance of these recurring thoughts and using them as a tool for personal evolution. By embracing this spiritual awareness, you begin to see life not as a series of random events, but as a beautifully orchestrated flow of experiences designed to awaken your true potential. If a particular individual repeatedly appears in your consciousness, trust that there is a reason, whether to inspire, challenge, or remind you of a part of yourself that needs attention. The key is to stay open, receptive, and willing to explore the deeper meaning behind these thoughts. After all, the mind may forget, but the soul remembers. When you align with this truth, you unlock a new level of wisdom, allowing you to navigate life with greater clarity and purpose. Comment below. I choose to embrace this spiritual awareness. 2. The universe speaks through thoughts. Have you ever found yourself constantly thinking about someone, no matter how much you try to shift your focus? It's as if their presence lingers in your mind like an unshakable echo, whispering something beyond the ordinary. Spiritually, This isn't just a random occurrence, it's a message. Our emotions and recurring thoughts often serve as a bridge between the physical and the unseen realms, guiding us toward deeper understanding and spiritual growth. The universe has its own language, and one of the most profound ways it communicates with us is through persistent thoughts. If a particular person keeps appearing in your mind, it's essential to ask yourself, why? What lesson is hidden beneath these thoughts? Is it a sign to reconnect, release, or learn something about yourself? Think about it. When we are deeply connected to someone, whether through love, unresolved emotions, or past experiences, our energy remains intertwined. Just as the moon pulls the tides, energy attracts energy, and the universe aligns circumstances to reflect what our soul needs to process. Sometimes, these thoughts arise because you have unfinished business with that person, be it emotional closure, forgiveness, or an unspoken truth that needs to be acknowledged. Other times, the universe may be nudging you toward personal healing, using these recurring thoughts as a way to push you into self-discovery. In some cases, the person you're thinking about might also be thinking of you, creating a mutual energetic loop. But how can we truly decipher the meaning? Let's put this into a real-life perspective. Imagine you suddenly start thinking about an old friend you haven't spoken to in years. No specific reason, no recent event, just a persistent thought tugging at your mind. At first, you brush it off, but the thought keeps returning. One day, you decide to act on this intuition and send them a message, only to find out they've been going through a difficult time and needed someone to reach out. Was that just a coincidence? Or was it the universe nudging you to be there for them? This is how spiritual wisdom operates. It places signals in our consciousness, urging us to pay attention. But sometimes, instead of being a call to action, these thoughts could be mirrors reflecting our own emotional state. Are we longing for connection? Are we holding on to something we should release? This is why self-awareness is key. Instead of dismissing these thoughts as meaningless distractions, take a moment to reflect. Ask yourself, what emotions arise when I think of this person? Do I feel peace, love, regret, or pain? Is there something unresolved? The universe does not waste energy. Every lingering thought has a deeper purpose, whether it is a lesson to be learned or a path to closure. If thinking about someone brings a sense of peace, perhaps their energy is positively connected to yours, and your soul is simply acknowledging that connection. If the thought brings up discomfort, it may be an invitation to heal, forgive, or let go. Spirituality teaches us that everything is connected, and our thoughts act as a compass to guide us toward transformation. Comment below. Everything is connected. 3. A story of spiritual connection. Imagine that you're going about your day, lost in routine, when suddenly, a name, a face, a memory of someone from your past keeps surfacing in your mind. No matter how much you try to push it aside, it lingers like an unspoken message waiting to be understood. That's exactly what happened to Anna. Years had passed since she last spoke to her old college friend, yet lately, she found herself thinking about him almost every day. At first, she brushed it off as a random memory, a mere trick of the mind. But the thoughts didn't fade. Instead, they grew stronger, more persistent, as if the universe was whispering something she was meant to hear. Could it be a sign? Was there something unfinished between them? Was her soul trying to communicate something beyond the ordinary? In many spiritual traditions, the act of repeatedly thinking about someone is not just a coincidence, it's a form of spiritual connection, a deeper resonance between energies that transcends time and space. The great Rumi once wrote, "The moment you accept what troubles you've been given, the door will open." And that's exactly what happened when Anna finally embraced the thoughts instead of resisting them. She realized that there was an unresolved emotion, a lesson she had overlooked, a chapter of her spiritual wisdom that remained incomplete. When we repeatedly think about someone, it could be the universe nudging us to reflect, to heal, or even to take action. Perhaps there's an emotional wound that still needs closure, a lesson we're meant to learn, or even a soul connection that transcends the physical world. Have you ever wondered why certain people seem to live rent-free in your mind? Why, even after years of silence, their presence feels so vivid, almost as if they're calling out to you? This is the mystery of spiritual connection, a force beyond logic, beyond reason, yet profoundly real in its impact. It is said that energy never lies. The law of attraction suggests that thoughts are vibrations, and when we constantly think of someone, we might actually be tuning into their energy field. Could it be that they're thinking of us too? Or perhaps the universe is weaving together a story we've yet to fully understand. Anna's experience is not unique. Many have felt the pull of a name, a memory, a sudden yearning that feels more like a message than a mere thought. Whether it's a sign to reconnect, to forgive, to close a chapter, or simply to acknowledge the depth of our emotions, these persistent thoughts are never meaningless. They are spiritual wisdom in motion, guiding us towards self-awareness, transformation, and sometimes even divine intervention. If this message resonates with you, don't forget to like this video and share it with others who might need these great values. Let's continue this conversation and go deeper into what these values really mean. 4. Why does this happen? Have you ever found yourself constantly thinking about someone, almost as if their presence lingers in your mind beyond your control? It's not mere coincidence. There is a deeper spiritual meaning behind it. When a person consistently occupies your thoughts, it's a sign from the universe, a whisper from the unseen forces of spiritual awakening, nudging you to uncover the reason behind this connection. Nothing in life happens randomly. Every thought, every emotion, every recurring image in your mind carries a hidden purpose. This lingering presence could be pointing to an unfinished chapter in your life, a bond left unresolved, or a vital lesson that your soul still needs to absorb. Just like a book that keeps falling open to the same page, your thoughts are guiding you towards something that requires attention. Perhaps this person was once a significant part of your life, and your soul is still processing their impact, even if your mind doesn't fully understand it yet. It could be an unresolved emotional tie, a connection that ended abruptly, leaving behind unspoken words and unhealed wounds. The universe often brings people into our consciousness as a way of signaling growth and transformation, an invitation to confront what was left unfinished. It's in these moments that spiritual awareness deepens, revealing that our thoughts are not just random, but messengers carrying valuable insights. If this person hurt you, your mind could be urging you to finally release the pain, to forgive, and to free yourself from emotional burdens that no longer serve you. If they brought joy and warmth, your soul might be prompting you to express gratitude, to reconnect, or to acknowledge the impact they had on your journey. Modern life moves fast. filled with distractions that often make us ignore our inner wisdom. But spiritual awakening reminds us that these recurring thoughts have meaning. Instead of brushing them aside, ask yourself, what is this person trying to teach me? Am I holding on to past pain? Or is there a lesson that I have yet to learn? The energy of our emotions and thoughts shapes our reality. And when someone stays in our mind, it could be the universe guiding us toward inner healing, closure, or even a new beginning. The key is to listen, to reflect, and to trust that every thought serves a purpose in our spiritual evolution. So, the next time someone constantly crosses your mind, don't dismiss it. Embrace the message behind it, for it may be the very thing that leads you to deeper understanding and true transformation. And if you feel inspired by this message, type "I trust the process" as a way to affirm your strength, patience, and commitment to growth. Let's grow together. 5. The power of energy and connection. Have you ever found yourself thinking about someone so often that it feels like they're almost a part of your everyday existence? You might wonder why their presence lingers in your mind, even when you try to focus elsewhere. The truth is, in the vast and intricate web of the universe, everything is interconnected through energy. Spirituality teaches us that thoughts are not just random occurrences, but powerful forces that carry energy, shaping our reality and influencing our connections with others. When you think about someone repeatedly, it could mean that your energy is intertwined with theirs on a deeper spiritual level. This connection isn't limited to mere attraction or fleeting memories. It can signify something profound, perhaps unfinished lessons, unspoken emotions, or even a soul-level bond that transcends physical space and time. Many believe that when a person occupies your mind persistently, they too may be sensing your energy, consciously or subconsciously. Have you ever received a call or message from someone you were just thinking about? That's not mere coincidence. It's the law of attraction at work, a reflection of the energetic frequency that ties you to them. Consider a scenario from modern life. Two best friends, separated by distance, suddenly thinking about each other intensely at the same time. One friend, Sarah, feels an overwhelming urge to reach out, sensing something is off, only to discover that her friend, Daniel, is going through a difficult time. Without any physical communication, their energies aligned, bridging the gap between them. This kind of synchronicity happens more often than we realize, and it's a testament to the power of our thoughts and emotions. Spiritual growth involves recognizing these moments, understanding their significance, and using them to navigate our relationships with greater awareness. Instead of dismissing such experiences as mere chance, what if you started paying closer attention to the connections in your life? What if your recurring thoughts about someone are nudging you to reach out, heal a past wound, or embrace a lesson waiting to unfold? The universe communicates with us in mysterious ways, and one of the most profound channels is through our energy and emotions. If you constantly think about someone, it may be a sign to reflect on your inner state. What is this connection trying to teach you? Is there unresolved energy, a need for closure, or a deeper understanding waiting to be uncovered? By tuning into these signs with an open heart, you invite greater spiritual awareness and personal transformation into your life. The lesson here is simple yet powerful. Our thoughts are not isolated. They are vibrations sent out into the universe, capable of reaching and affecting others in ways we might not fully comprehend. The more mindful you become of this energy, the more you can harness it to foster meaningful connections, attract positivity, and grow spiritually. I would love to hear your thoughts on this. What is your perspective on the importance of this value? Share your insights, and let's continue this conversation. 6. The law of attraction and thoughts. Have you ever found yourself constantly thinking about someone, as if their presence lingers in your mind no matter what you do? What if I told you that this isn't just a coincidence, but rather a deeper spiritual connection at play? According to the law of attraction, our thoughts are more than just passing ideas. They are powerful energies that shape our reality. When you repeatedly think about someone, you are sending out a vibrational frequency that can energetically draw them into your life. But what does this truly mean? Is it a sign from the universe? Or is your soul trying to tell you something profound? What you think, you become. What you feel, you attract. What you imagine, you create. These timeless words by Buddha remind us that our thoughts hold immense power, influencing both our inner and outer worlds. But here's the real question. Are your thoughts about this person coming from a place of love, healing, or unresolved emotions? Spiritual wisdom teaches us that every thought we have carries an energetic signature, and when we dwell on someone intensely, it could mean that there's an unspoken connection. Perhaps they are thinking of you too, or your soul is longing for closure, understanding, or even a deeper lesson to be learned. Have you ever experienced a moment when you suddenly think of someone, only for them to message or call you soon after? This is not mere coincidence. This is the universe aligning energy, responding to the frequencies you emit. But before you jump to conclusions and assume that these thoughts are an invitation to take action, it's essential to reflect. Are you being guided to reach out to this person? Or is this an opportunity to look within? Sometimes, these persistent thoughts are not about the other person at all, but about what they represent in our spiritual journey. Perhaps a past lesson, an unhealed wound, or even a reminder of the love and connection we seek. The law of attraction is not just about bringing people into our lives. It's about attracting experiences, emotions, and spiritual growth. If you find yourself constantly thinking of someone, ask yourself, what emotions arise when you think of them? Does it bring you peace, joy, and inspiration, or does it stir up confusion and pain? Your emotions serve as a compass, guiding you toward clarity. Rumi, the great Sufi poet, once said, "The soul has been given its own ears to hear things the mind does not understand." This means that sometimes our souls are communicating with us in ways that logic cannot comprehend. If you are drawn to someone through thought, it may be an invitation to explore your inner world, to recognize patterns, and to understand what the universe is trying to reveal to you. But what if the person you're thinking about is also energetically connected to you? Could it be that they too are feeling your presence in their own way? This is why spiritual wisdom encourages us to pay attention, not just to our thoughts, but to the emotions behind them. Are these thoughts aligned with your highest self? Or are they a reflection of old wounds that need healing? The universe speaks to us in whispers, nudges, and synchronicities. And if you're constantly thinking about someone, perhaps it's time to pause, reflect, and ask yourself, what is this connection teaching me? Could it be a lesson about love, forgiveness, or even letting go? The power of your thoughts is immense, and by understanding them through the lens of spiritual wisdom, you unlock a greater truth, the truth that every thought is a step toward transformation. If this message speaks to you, take it a step further and share it with someone who might need this reminder. Together, we can build connections rooted in honesty and respect. 7. What are these thoughts telling you? Have you ever found yourself repeatedly thinking about someone, no matter how much you try to focus elsewhere? It's as if their presence lingers in your mind like a melody that refuses to fade. You may wonder why they appear in your thoughts so often. But what if these persistent thoughts are more than just random mental occurrences? In the realm of spiritual awakening, every thought carries meaning. And when a person occupies your mind consistently, it is often a sign that the universe is trying to communicate something profound to you. Rather than dismissing these thoughts as mere coincidence, consider them a mirror reflecting an important truth about yourself. The people who repeatedly come to mind are not just individuals. They symbolize something deeper within us. They may embody traits, emotions, or unresolved issues that we need to acknowledge. Have you ever noticed that certain people evoke strong emotions in you, whether admiration, longing, or even frustration? This is not accidental. They serve as a catalyst, urging you to reflect on the aspects of yourself that require attention. Perhaps they highlight a quality you desire to develop, a wound that needs healing, or a lesson that remains unlearned. The universe operates in patterns, and the frequency of these thoughts is its way of nudging you toward growth. Instead of questioning why you can't seem to let go of them, ask yourself, what is this person teaching me about myself? The answer might lead you to an awakening far greater than you expected. Spiritual connections are not bound by time or logic. They transcend the physical world and reach into the depths of our subconscious. Sometimes, a person lingers in our thoughts because they represent a past version of ourselves, a path we didn't take, or even an unfulfilled spiritual contract. These thoughts could be reminding you of something you once valued but abandoned along the way. Other times, they signal that your soul is trying to reconcile unfinished energy, perhaps a relationship that ended without closure, or a lesson that was left incomplete. If someone keeps appearing in your thoughts, consider their role in your life. Do they represent an aspiration, a regret, a hidden truth about your inner world? Awareness of this can be the key to unlocking a new level of spiritual understanding. Moreover, these persistent thoughts are often divine messages in disguise. The universe communicates in whispers, signs, and synchronicities, and your recurring thoughts about a person could be a call to action. It may be time to reconnect, seek closure, or embrace a part of yourself that you've neglected. Or perhaps the lesson lies not in external action, but in deep self-reflection. The spiritual path is never about obsessing over someone else. Rather, it is about what their presence in your mind reveals about your own soul's journey. When you catch yourself thinking of them again, don't suppress the thought and explore it. Ask yourself, why do they keep appearing in my thoughts? Is there a lesson or a message the universe is sending? Often, when we uncover the true reason, the thoughts either fade away or transform into something more purposeful. In modern life, we are constantly bombarded with distractions, work, social media, obligations. But these recurring thoughts break through the noise for a reason. They are spiritual signals, urging you to stop and pay attention. Instead of brushing them aside, use them as a tool for self-discovery. When you approach them with curiosity rather than frustration, you may find that they guide you to a new understanding of your desires, fears, and personal evolution. Every thought carries energy, and the thoughts that survive are the ones that hold the power to transform you. Let them be the gateway to deeper self-awareness, and you can unlock the next stage of your spiritual awakening. Comment below. I choose to bring positive energy. 8. Soulmates and spiritual bonds. Have you ever wondered why you can't stop thinking about someone? It's not always a coincidence, and it certainly isn't just your mind playing tricks on you. In the realm of spirituality, when a person consistently lingers in your thoughts, it often signifies a deeper, unseen connection, a spiritual bond that transcends time and space. Some people enter our lives as soulmates, not just in the romantic sense, but as kindred spirits who share a connection that goes beyond this lifetime. These are the individuals we feel inexplicably drawn to, as if our souls recognize them from a distant past. Their presence, even in thought, has the power to awaken something within us. An unspoken familiarity, a profound lesson, or an inner transformation waiting to unfold. Others come into our awareness as spiritual teachers, guiding us toward an important realization or an opportunity for growth. Sometimes, these individuals challenge us, triggering emotions or situations that force us to reflect, heal, and evolve. Have you ever met someone who changed the way you see the world, even if your time together was brief? That is no accident. The universe orchestrates these encounters with precision, ensuring that we meet those who will catalyze our spiritual growth at exactly the right time. Think about a time in your life when someone unexpectedly entered your thoughts again and again. Perhaps it was an old friend you hadn't spoken to in years, a stranger who left a lasting impression, or even someone you once had conflict with, but never fully understood why. These recurring thoughts may be more than just nostalgia or unresolved emotions. They may be a sign that this person holds a key to your spiritual journey. Maybe their presence is meant to remind you of unfinished soul lessons, to bring closure to a lingering karmic cycle, or to inspire you toward a new path of self-discovery. It's like how certain songs, scents, or places transport you back to a specific moment only this time. It's your spirit guiding you towards something significant. Have you ever considered that the person occupying your mind might also be thinking about you? In the unseen realm of energy, thoughts create vibrations, and strong connections transcend physical distance. When we hold someone in our consciousness, we may unknowingly send them energy, just as they might be sending it back to us. This is why we sometimes receive messages, calls, or unexpected encounters with those we've been thinking about. It's a manifestation of our spiritual alignment. Take the story of Alex, who kept thinking about his childhood best friend, Sarah, after years of being out of touch. He couldn't shake the feeling that he needed to reconnect, even though there was no apparent reason. One evening, out of curiosity, he sent her a message. To his surprise, Sarah responded instantly, telling him she had been going through a difficult time and had been thinking of reaching out, but didn't know how. Their conversation brought closure, healing, and a renewed sense of connection. What if Alex had ignored that persistent thought? How many moments of spiritual growth do we miss because we dismiss these intuitive nudges? The next time someone keeps appearing in your thoughts, Don't brush it off as mere coincidence. Instead, ask yourself, what lesson is this connection trying to teach me? Is there something unresolved, a message to deliver, or a new perspective to embrace? Spirituality teaches us that nothing is random, and every thought, feeling, and connection serves a higher purpose. By listening to these subtle signs, we not only deepen our understanding of ourselves, but also align with the divine flow of life, where every soul we meet has something valuable to teach us. If this message resonates with you, don't forget to like this video and share it with others who might need these great values. Let's continue this conversation and go deeper into what these values really mean. 9. How to recognize if it's a sign. Have you ever wondered why a certain person keeps appearing in your thoughts, almost as if the universe is trying to tell you something? Is it just a random occurrence, or is there a deeper spiritual wisdom hidden in this experience? In the journey of life, our minds are constantly processing emotions, experiences, and energies, some of which come from our ego, and others from the whispers of our soul. But how do we recognize if this persistent thought about someone is a divine sign or simply our ego seeking validation? The ego craves control. It wants to be reassured, to feel wanted, to cling to what is familiar. But the soul is different. It desires growth, deeper understanding, and a higher connection with the divine. As Rumi beautifully said, the soul has been given its own ears to hear things the mind does not understand. So, the real question is, what is your soul trying to tell you? When this person enters your thoughts, do you feel peace, or does it bring a sense of restlessness? If the thought brings clarity, comfort, or an intuitive nudge, it could be a sign from the universe guiding you towards healing or spiritual evolution. But if it creates anxiety, attachment, or emotional distress, perhaps it is the ego clinging to an unhealed wound. Think about it. What lesson might this person be here to teach you? Is there unresolved karma, a soul contract, or a reflection of something you need to heal within yourself? Carl Jung once said, "Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate." Are you allowing your thoughts to control you, or are you using them as a tool for self-discovery? Maybe this persistent thought is reminding you of something missing within a need for self-love, closure, or personal transformation. Instead of resisting it, ask yourself, what am I truly seeking? Could it be that this person is a mirror, reflecting back a part of your soul that is calling for your attention? Spiritual wisdom teaches us that everything happens for a reason, and no thought is entirely meaningless, especially when it keeps knocking on the door of your consciousness. So, what will you do with this message from the universe? Will you embrace it, learn from it, and allow it to guide you toward a deeper sense of self-awareness? Or will you let it pass by as just another fleeting thought? The choice is always yours. And if you feel inspired by this message, type "I trust the process" as a way to affirm your strength, patience, and commitment to growth. Let's grow together. 10. What should you do next? Have you ever found yourself constantly thinking about someone, as if their presence lingers in your mind no matter how much you try to distract yourself? This isn't just a random occurrence. It could be a sign of something far deeper, a spiritual message waiting to be understood. In moments like these, the universe might be nudging you toward self-discovery, offering insights that go beyond the surface of your emotions. Instead of reacting impulsively or drowning in confusion, Take a step back and embrace the wisdom hidden within these persistent thoughts. Reflection is your most powerful tool. Rather than allowing your emotions to dictate your actions, practice mindfulness by observing your thoughts with curiosity instead of judgment. What is your heart trying to tell you? What lesson is unfolding within you? Spiritual awakening often begins with self-awareness, and the act of journaling can help bring clarity to the meaning behind these recurring thoughts. Writing down your emotions and reflections not only releases mental clutter, but also unveils patterns and deeper truths that may otherwise go unnoticed. Meditation, too, serves as a bridge between your conscious and subconscious mind, allowing you to access wisdom beyond logic. By sitting in stillness and focusing on your breath, you create space for understanding to emerge naturally, untangling any emotional confusion and revealing whether these thoughts require action or acceptance. If your intuition signals that you should take action, do so with mindfulness and inner peace rather than urgency. Acting from a place of balance ensures that your decisions are aligned with your spiritual journey rather than being driven by fleeting emotions. However, if there is no action required, simply acknowledging the thought and releasing it with gratitude may be all that is needed. Often, the spiritual meaning behind constantly thinking about someone is not about them at all, but about your own growth, healing, or the lessons your soul is ready to embrace. The modern world is filled with distractions that pull us away from our inner selves, making it easy to overlook the profound messages hidden in everyday experiences. But when you allow yourself to slow down, to reflect, and to trust the process of spiritual awakening, you begin to see that nothing happens by accident. Every thought, every connection, and every moment holds significance. The key is to approach these experiences with awareness and trust, understanding that your spiritual path is unfolding exactly as it should. So, the next time someone repeatedly crosses your mind, rather than questioning why, embrace it as an opportunity for spiritual insight. Whether it's a sign to reconnect, to heal, or simply to let go, your inner wisdom will always guide you to the answer. I would love to hear your thoughts on this. What is your perspective on the importance of this value? Share your insights, and let's continue this conversation. 11. The universe always guides us. Have you ever found yourself constantly thinking about someone, almost as if the universe is placing their name, their face, or their energy in your mind over and over again? This isn't just a coincidence. It's a sign that there is a deeper spiritual meaning behind this connection. In spirituality, every thought, every bond, and every moment of reflection serves a greater purpose in your spiritual growth. The universe is always guiding us, and the people who occupy our thoughts often hold lessons, messages, or even unresolved energy that our souls need to acknowledge. Think about it. Why do certain people linger in our minds while others fade into the background? Perhaps it's because their presence is tied to something bigger, something beyond the surface of everyday interactions. Sometimes, these thoughts come as a nudge, urging us to reconnect with someone who once played a vital role in our lives. Other times, they are reminders of unfinished spiritual lessons and an opportunity to heal, forgive, or even recognize a reflection of our own inner state. Consider this. A woman named Sarah kept thinking about an old friend, David, whom she hadn't spoken to in over a decade. No matter how busy she was, His name would surface in random moments while she was sipping her morning coffee, in the middle of work meetings, even in her dreams. At first, she dismissed it as nostalgia, but the persistent thoughts made her wonder if there was something more. One day, she finally decided to reach out, only to find out that David was going through a difficult time and deeply needed support. Their reconnection not only helped him, but also brought Sarah a profound realization that she had been so focused on her own journey that she had forgotten the power of spiritual connections. The universe had been guiding her all along, whispering in the language of intuition and persistence. How often do we ignore these signs, brushing them off as mere randomness? What if every thought, every repetition, is actually an invitation to look deeper? Spirituality teaches us that nothing in this universe is accidental. Every thought, every connection, and every encounter carries energy, shaping our spiritual growth. Sometimes, these persistent thoughts about someone could be the universe showing us a mirror, reflecting a part of ourselves that needs attention. It could be unresolved emotions, an unspoken truth, or even a soul-level bond that transcends time and space. Paying attention to these signs can lead to profound self-awareness and transformation. If someone keeps appearing in your mind, instead of ignoring it, take a moment to reflect. What is the lesson here? Is it about love, closure, forgiveness, or understanding? Maybe it's about stepping forward and reconnecting. Or perhaps it's about letting go and finding peace. When we tune into these spiritual signals, we align ourselves with the natural flow of life, allowing the universe to lead us toward growth, wisdom, and deeper connections. Trust the process, because every thought, every sign, and every connection is guiding you towards something greater. If this message speaks to you, take it a step further and share it with someone who might need this reminder. Together, we can build connections rooted in honesty and respect. As we've explored, constantly thinking about someone isn't just a coincidence, it holds a deeper spiritual meaning. Whether it's a sign of an energetic connection, a lesson your soul needs to learn, or a message from the universe, understanding these thoughts can bring clarity and personal growth. If this video resonated with you, let me know in the comments. Have you ever experienced this? What do you believe is the spiritual meaning behind it? I'd love to hear your thoughts. And if you've made it to the end, congratulations. You're one of the few who truly seek deeper wisdom. Comment, "I'm awake" below, and I'll personally reply to you. See you in the next video. Until then, stay open to the messages the universe is sending your way.